Behind the locked door. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Storybox for more amazing stories every week. I never believed in ghosts until the night I heard the floorboards creak on their own. After my divorce, I moved into an old, nearly forgotten apartment building, drawn by the promise of a fresh start and the charm of its storied past. But from the very first night I felt eyes on me, watchful, silent, and full of sorrow. The building's history echoed through every creak and whisper in its walls. I tried to convince myself that the strange sounds were merely the settling of aged wood and the wind sneaking through unsealed windows. Yet an inexplicable shiver told me otherwise. It was during one sleepless night that I noticed something odd. Faint, almost imperceptible symbols carved into the frame of the locked attic door. They sent a ripple of dread through me, as if someone had etched their desperate plea for help right before my eyes. My nights soon became a series of unsettling dreams. I'd be woken by a cool draft and the distant murmur of a voice full of regret and plea whispering my name. Each time as I drifted between sleep and wakefulness, the door seemed to breathe slightly ajar, as if beckoning me to uncover the secret it guarded. Curiosity and fear warred within me, pushing me to start keeping a journal of every unexplained occurrence. Light flickering in the empty hall, muffled knocks echoing in the dead of night, and scraps of parchment hidden in old drawers. Unable to stand the oppressive loneliness and the weight of these mysteries any longer, I gathered my courage one stormy evening and pried open the locked door. What I found in the attic took my breath away, a dim space filled with lingering dust and memories. In one corner lay a battered ledger and a stack of faded photographs. There, among the yellowed images, was the face of a woman whose eyes were achingly familiar. They held a quiet agony and an unspoken plea for redemption, a mirror of the isolation I had been feeling. As I pored over the ledger's fragile pages, her story unfolded in heartbreaking detail. She had once been vibrant and full of life, but had been betrayed by those she trusted. Her writing spoke of promises broken, cruel abandonment, and a terror so profound that she had effectively imprisoned herself in this forgotten space. It was as if she had retreated into the attic to hide from a world that could not ease her suffering. I was overwhelmed by a profound connection. Her despair resonated with the lingering sadness I had been trying to bury. Driven by a mixture of empathy and a need for closure, I began to dig deeper into her past. Late-night visits to the town archives and hushed conversations with elderly neighbors revealed that she had been a victim of circumstance, locked away from society for daring to defy an oppressive family legacy. The more I learned, the more I felt compelled to help her find rest, even if it meant confronting the supernatural. That night, in the absolute stillness of midnight, I stood in the attic and spoke out loud to her. I confessed my own isolation and sorrow, admitting that I too felt imprisoned by my past. As my words filled the cold air, a gentle, sorrowful whisper answered back. Slowly before my eyes, an ethereal figure materialized, her eyes glistening with the weight of unspoken forgiveness, and then faded into darkness with a final, grateful smile. In the days that followed, the heavy presence that had tormented the halls receded. The attic door, once an ominous sentinel, no longer creaked or beckoned. I learned to live with the bittersweet knowledge that sometimes the ghosts we encounter are not malicious entities, but the remnants of souls yearning for closure. Her story reminded me that healing comes from acknowledging our past, forgiving our demons, and allowing ourselves to move forward. Now, as I sit quietly in my restored living room, I feel a gentle peace that had long eluded me. The lingering echoes of the past have finally been silenced, leaving only a heart subtly laden by the weight of compassion and the gift of true understanding.